The text came while the conference room lights dimmed. Basement. All of us. They moved us. No punctuation. No drama. Just fact. I stared at my phone as if it had grown teeth. Around me, executives murmured about quarterly projections. Someone laughed. I nodded at nothing, thumb hovering, pulse steady. Calm is a skill you learn when panic has never helped you. When the meeting broke, I didn't rush. I packed my notebook carefully. I thanked the VP for her time. In the elevator mirror, my face was clean, blank. The doors slid open to the smell of damp concrete. My team stood there, boxed in by low ceilings and exposed pipes. Desks shoved together like an afterthought. A cardboard sign taped crookedly to a pillar read, "Temporary." My wife's father's handwriting, bold, confident, wrong. "Hey," I said light. "Pack your bags." They looked at me like survivors waiting for instructions. I smiled because smiles are useful. They disarm. They buy time. Time is all I ever need. He did it while I was gone. That was the first cut. The second was the explanation delivered through HR's careful mouth. Our new star employee deserves the best offices. The third cut was quieter. My wife's name, surfacing in the same breath as the stars. She'd recommended him. Pushed hard. Said I'd understand. I understood more than she knew. Shock isn't loud. It's a narrowing. A tunnel where details glow. The way my father-in-law avoided my eyes at dinner. The way my wife checked her phone face down, then flipped it back with a practiced laugh. The way the star, Evan, spoke to me with a reverence that felt rehearsed. I didn't ask questions. Questions are alarms. That night, I lay awake listening to my wife's breathing. I cataloged it. Slow. Even. A woman at peace. I watched the ceiling fan carve shadows. I told myself stories that made this easier. Nepotism. Ego. Old men protecting young talent. But the stories kept breaking. In the morning, I kissed her cheek. She flinched. Barely. The building had cameras, logs, emails. I requested access under the pretense of a security audit. I watched footage of Evan arriving early, leaving late. Always with her father. Sometimes with my wife. Their smiles were different together. Unarmored. I pulled badge records. Elevator swipes after hours. I pulled calendar invites mislabeled as mentorship. Externally, I was steady. I joked with the team in the basement. I brought coffee. I promised nothing. Inside, I sharpened. I followed the money. A shell consultancy paid, Evan bonuses routed through an account my wife co-signed years ago for tax reasons. Checked her phone while she showered. No passcode change. That hurt more than if she'd been careful. The messages were clean now, scrubbed. But the Photos app still remembered what she tried to forget. A reflection in a window, his hand on her back, her smile unafraid. I booked a DNA test under a corporate wellness initiative, voluntary, anonymous. Evan's sample came back first. A familial match flagged with my wife's father. Not a son, a nephew. Illegitimate, protected, promoted, installed. The truth has a temperature, cold. I printed everything. I waited for the board meeting. When my turn came, I didn't raise my voice. I placed the packet in front of my father-in-law and slid a second copy to my wife. Her eyes skimmed, froze. He reached for water and missed the glass. "You moved my team," I said softly. "You moved the wrong things." Silence stretches when no one interrupts it. Evan didn't attend. He never does when he's protected. I didn't accuse. I asked one question I already knew the answer to. "How long?" My wife folded. Not theatrically. She simply sagged, like a lie that's been leaned on too long. Her father went red, then pale. He talked about loyalty, about family. I let him. Words are ropes people hang themselves with. The power move was administrative, surgical. I'd already filed the restructuring. The basement wasn't a demotion. It was a staging area. My team's projects had been migrated, signed, and approved under my authority while he was busy crowning his star. I'd secured external offers for everyone. Same-day start. Better floors. I stood. "Pack your bags," I repeated to him this time. By evening, the board had his resignation. Evan's contract dissolved under conflict of interest clauses he'd never read. My wife moved her things out while I watched from the doorway. Hands in pockets, heart quiet. I didn't ask for apologies. Their currency I no longer trade in. Weeks later, the basement was empty. The office upstairs felt smaller without them. I left last. turned off the lights. Control isn't loud. It's knowing exactly when to walk away and doing it without looking back.